Tyler and I are going to review some neck strengthening and range of motion exercises. We'll start with some range of motion exercises. Everything to remember with the neck, just be very, very gentle. If any of it causes any pain or headaches, please stop. So he's going to start with a very gentle upper trap stretch, which is very gently bringing his ear towards his shoulder. So he's sitting upright, his belly is engaged, and he's dropping his ear towards his shoulder on the right-hand side to stretch his left upper trap. As he does it, he wants to hold for about 30 seconds. Then he'll bring his head back up to neutral, rest for a moment, and then he's going to do the other side, bringing his left ear towards his left shoulder to stretch his right upper trap. Again, holding for 30 seconds. Then he'll come back up to neutral, and he'll repeat 3 to 4 times on each side. A very gentle variation to this stretch that will target a little bit more down the back of his neck and into his shoulder blade is just to turn his head slightly, about 45 degrees, as he drops his chin and his nose towards his armpit to pull down the back side of his neck. Again, holding for 30 seconds, then coming back up to rest. Opposite side, bringing his nose and his chin into his left armpit to stretch his right side. Very rarely does somebody need any overpressure to grab on the head and pull it into a further stretch, but if you feel you need to give a gentle pull to get an additional stretch, go ahead and do so, but please don't cause any pain. So some strengthening exercises for the neck. The first one to start with is what we call a chin tuck or a retraction. One thing to remember here is to keep your chin, feel like you want to keep your chin on a shelf. So Tyler doesn't want to look up or down. He wants to continue to look straight ahead as he pulls the head itself straight back, thinking about bringing your ears back over your shoulders. Hold for about 5 seconds and then rest. Pulling the head straight back on that shelf. You hold for 3 to 5 seconds and then rest. As he pulls his head back, you want to feel like the top of your head, the back of your head is being pulled toward the ceiling and you're elongating your neck. And then rest. And you want to perform anywhere between 10 and 20 repetitions of this exercise. Another good strengthening exercise for the neck is what we call isometrics, where the head actually does not move. You want to use your hand in 4 different positions on your head to provide the resistance to your neck muscles. So Tyler's going to start by putting his palm on his forehead. Again, the head is not going to move. The hand and the arm is providing the resistance. His head will push into his palm as his palm gently pushes back. You are in charge of the resistance that you provide. You want to hold for about 5 seconds and then rest. They gently push against each other. You hold for 5 seconds and then relax. From the front of the head, Tyler's just going to move to the back of his head, applying pressure in the forward direction while his head pushes back against his hand. Holding again, 3 to 5 seconds, and then rest. Pressing against one another, holding, and then rest. Tyler's then going to move to the side of his head. The head will push into the hand, mimicking side bending, applying the resistance for 3 to 5 seconds, and then resting. And he will do the same thing on the opposite side of the left head. Holding for 3 to 5 seconds, and then rest. And again, you'd like to perform about 10 to 15 repetitions of each of these on each side of the head. Another strengthening exercise for the cervical spine, in a seated position, if you just slide forward to the front of your chair, grab yourself a piece of resistance tubing. You want to start by just gently pulling your shoulder blades together. So what you don't want to do is end up rowing and using your biceps or your arms. That's just an expensive arm workout. So you want to relax your shoulder blades. As you pull back, you pinch your shoulder blades together. Your arms barely move. They're there for just a little extra squeeze at the very, very end, and then relax. Shoulder blades come together, arms move very slightly, you hold, and then relax. Good. And you're going to perform that for 3 sets of 10.